opinions and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending time with us here. Appreciate everybody that supports the show, helping out the community here with our partners, our veterans, everybody associated with the talk show today. We got Mark Haye back in studio. Tax day tips. Mark Haye, our financial advising expert. Masters were just up as well, so we'll talk about the Augusta rule. And also, bill to eliminate HOAs dies in the Senate. We have an event on May 6th at 6 o'clock. And also, vote for me if you feel inclined to help us out. We're up for an award, so we're going to ask you to vote for us, and we'll tell you how a little bit more here. Also, in California, they're passing the California Democrats advanced the Stop Nick Shirley Act to criminalize investigative journalism. Doesn't that just sound backwards? That sounds so dystopian. But also, veterans, we're going to talk about veterans with Dave Vargas, our producer, and also he's the Pinellas County Veterans Association. He's representing that. HeroFest, FL.com as well. Got a big event coming up in Palm Harbor. Awesome time. It's going to be a great time, so come on out and check us out there as well. And before we get started here, let's remind you about our W-2 income, turn high W-2 income into tax-free wealth. So this is our live private workshop. We're going to do it live. Mark, you want to tee this one up for me? We're going to tee it up. We're going to do live in person, May 6th, 6 o'clock at the Crown and Bull right there in Pinellas, right on Main Street. But if you're not in person, we're also going to have the video Zoom going. Might as well have it projected out there to the internet. Some people are like, hey, I live an hour away. Why don't, hey, sure. You can access the information. And then also we'll email it to anyone in case they missed it. But this is something you would pay $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 to go and view this information. So Brandon Rhymes and Mark Haye are going to be putting on this tax-free wealth, turn high W-2 income into tax-free wealth. Strategies high earners use, the IRS can't stop. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be diving into depreciation, bonus depreciation, and how you can use that passive income to offset the active income, which is your W-2 and 1099.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so important. You can't just start a Leering Center like they do in Minnesota these days. You got to be a little bit more legit than that in Florida. But, hey, there's some people pushing that line. We'll see where that carries us. But Mark Haye, more with him coming up here. We got a couple of hot listings here. We always like to feature our real estate properties live on air. And if you're buying, selling, investing, or refinancing, hey, we would love to talk to you, have a shot at working with you. We promise you'll be impressed. If you give us an opportunity. 13451 Hampton Park Court, Fort Myers, Florida. Beautiful home right here. This has pretty much everything you're going to want. This is a 322, 1883 square feet, just under a quarter-acre lot. It's a bright, open layout, serene lakefront view, so you got the water views there. Generous-sized kitchen. You got elegant marble countertops, a full suite of Samsung stainless steel appliances, smart refrigerator, stove, microwave, stainless steel as well. You also have a split floor plan here, spacious bedrooms, great opportunity. Now, this is close to Gateways. This is along Gateway's exceptional amenities as well. You got a clubhouse, fitness center, resort-style pool, and a short drive to Southwest Florida's stunning Gulf beaches. And that's where we used to go as kids. So we lived over in LaBelle. We go over to Fort Myers Beach. You ever been to Fort Myers Beach over there, Mark?
I have. Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, it got really destroyed by those hurricanes.
Yeah, we got to help them rebuild down there.
They're still building. But they're back in business, but they're still building.
Yeah, man, back in paradise, living in paradise there. Look, it's got the beautiful green grasses and everything as well. So Hampton Park Court, another one of our listings. Great opportunity right here in beautiful Southwest Florida. 10001 Waterworks Lane, Riverview. This is a beautiful home as well. Now, this could be a home or a commercial property. This is a 1765 square feet out in Riverview, Florida. So you can have your office here. You can move your business. You got room to park trailers. 1765 square foot building, 2 detached car garages, and you're on a beautiful lake here as well. This is 1765 square feet. Great opportunity. 2 acres of land as well. 2 acres of land on the lake, fenced off. Great opportunity. You can see all of our listings and search the MLS, Platinum MVP Team.kw.com. And you can see all of our radio, TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
And yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, and I mentioned real quickly here, vote for me. I hate that, when you get nominated for these things, you got to say, vote for me, check me out online. So we've got this Innovator Award that we're up for here, Tampa Bay Real Producers Agents Choice Award. So anybody out there maybe that I've helped over the years, I would love to have your vote, and we can let you know. You can see our socials on where to vote. Just go to our pages. Just click vote for me, and anybody can vote. You don't have to be a realtor. All right, Mark Haye, tell us about the Masters. What a great 2 years in a row. McIlroy wins it, man.
Yeah, I mean, he started off really well Friday, then kind of went down, and then came back on Sunday. So did a great job. Congratulations to him. 2 years in a row is crazy.
Yeah, golf's one of those sports I like to check in, watch a couple minutes, go back to whatever else I was doing.
Right,
check
take a nap.
Catch the end. As long as you catch the end, it's like you felt it,
No, yeah. So since it's tax season, we're coming to the end of the tax season here. I figured we would kind of circle around the Augusta rule, and it came from the Masters. It came from Augusta, Georgia. And anybody can do the Augusta rule. Business owners or people that are not business owners can do Augusta rule. It's just it works a little different for each. So let's kind of quickly go through that. But all that means is you can rent your home for 14 days out of the year to your business, or you can rent it in general if you're not a business owner, and you can then take that income tax free. So, for example, the reason they created it is because so many people come to Augusta, Georgia. It's not that big of a place, and there was no more hotels and et cetera. So the IRS came up with what's called the Augusta rule, and it allows people to rent their homes out for that week, and they get to keep that income tax-free because it's not 14 days or more. It's less than 14 days. So what does that mean? If you own a business, start business owners first. If you own a business and you're going to have team meetings or client appreciation or prospects over or planning days or employees are staying, whatever, for that reason for that business, you actually get to deduct that, and you get to keep it tax-free. So, for example, just using simple numbers, if it was $2,000 a day and did it for 10 days throughout the year, that's $20,000 a year. $20,000 a year that you could be deducting, and you get to keep it tax-free as a business owner.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable opportunity inside that tax code. Now, you can choose the days. So, for example, here in St. Pete and Tampa, Gasparilla, prices spike for hotels. The Indy cars racing through St. Pete, again, prices spike. Airbnb, hotels, spring break in Clearwater. I'm just using different areas that have these big, surge. 4th of July, New Year's, all that stuff. You can pick days, and the reason you do that is because you got to have comparables. Right. So if you ever get audited and the IRS goes, well, how did you come up with that number? You would just print off, let's say, the Vinoy at that week, and here's what they were, offering as far as rooms for the week. So it's my comparable. If you do it on an off day, like a typical Tuesday, you're not going to get as much as you would if you did it on a Saturday. That's New Year's.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could pick your days. So an example, and I just Googled today before I came in here, how much are people getting for the week of Masters, up in Augusta?
Oh, man.
Anywhere between $10,000 to $150,000 they're taking in an Augusta rule.
That's got to be one of the biggest accumulations of people showing up with wealth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it.
Yeah. Well, some of the homes there are gorgeous. I mean, and that's how they're getting six figures. You can't just have a typical 1,200 square foot home and say it's $100,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not going to rent, but you get to keep all that tax free. If you're a business owner, you get to deduct it and keep it tax free.
Yeah. By the way, that's capitalism at its best, right there.
There you go. There you go. Now, if you're not a business owner, and then people ask me, well, how are they doing in Augusta if you're not a business owner? You just don't get the deduction, but you get to keep the rent tax-free. So the business owner actually gets a twofer, deduction and get to keep it money. If you're just a W-2 to simple employee, you can still do this strategy. Yeah. You just don't get a deduction, but you get to keep that money tax-free. So if you made $20,000 that year, in our example, via the Augusta rule, renting your house out for whatever reason, it's $20,000 you get to keep tax-free.
Yeah.
So anybody could take advantage of it. And again, it came from Augusta, Georgia, and the Masters, and certainly it's a definitely something people should be utilizing. And when we do our seminar, which is May 6th, and we're talking about depreciation and bonus depreciation and real estate and working against your W-2, 1099 income, this is one thing that you add to that. So you have the Augusta rule, you got depreciation, bonus depreciation, if you do a cost segregation, which we'll talk about that, where you could take it all off. And so a lot of times people are saving 10, 20, 100 grand a year in taxes. Just depends how much income you have, just purchasing real estate and then just taking advantage of something as simple as depreciation and Augusta rule.
Yeah, and then there's also these art loopholes too. I mean, I don't know if Hunter Biden's still selling, but man, you can pick up some pieces there. You got a nice, pretty little write-off, don't you?
Yeah, so art, again, if you're a business owner, And we'll talk about it because we're in art season or tax season. If you have art that you want to display in your lobby, in your office, or whatever that may be, and you went off and bought $10,000 piece of art, I don't know, I'm just saying that number. You can deduct that because it's a business expense. Clients come in, it improves. Let's talk about real estate.
Well, I think Hunter's negotiating pretty well right now, from what I hear.
Yeah, $500,000 for Hunter buying. Now, let's say you have an Airbnb. You need art in there for the experience, the client experience. All that stuff is deductible at 100% against your income because you're using it for your business. Now, you can't just go buy a piece of art, put it in your house, and say, I'm deducting that. It has to be for business purposes.
Yep.
Now, what's interesting is if you hold that piece of art for 3 years, and let's say, again, you bought it for $10,000, 3 years later, you get that piece of art appraised, and the appraiser comes back and said, that art's worth $50,000. Again, I'm just saying a number. And you donate that piece of art to a museum, a school, a church, whatever. You then get to deduct the appraisal price on the back end. So you deduct it when you bought it, you deducted the appraisal price when you gave it away, and so you actually get 2 deductions for this art. Now, you probably have seen a lot of people that have what's called art foundations. These millionaires and billionaires have art foundations, and they keep a bunch of art. So if you develop your own art foundation, you can actually donate it to your art foundation and get the same deduction, and it just stays in your art foundation now.
Okay.
And so so it allows you to keep the piece of art just in your art foundation, and you can have that displayed, etc.
Yeah.
So you get two deductions.
Twofer.
And it doesn't make sense to ever sell that art, because if you sell the art, you got to pay capital gains tax.
Yeah, just keep
just like an asset. Just
that's the Green New Deal.
Just keep going.
Just recycling it.
Yeah, so
you can have your kid draw and just chalk it up to as art.
Draw.
Yeah, art is subjective, but it has to be used for the business. Can't just be used for personal use. It has to be somewhere in the business. Absolutely.
There's all types of crazy art out there.
I was always so confused. How do you value art? Like, how do people go and buy $10 million pieces? How do they know it's worth $10 million?
Yeah.
Now you look at the tax code and the light bulb goes off and go, oh, well, you just need to get rid of $10 million, and so they put it in art and take a deduction against the income to save the taxes.
Yeah.
They own the art, and then now it just is part of a collection in the business, et cetera, that hopefully appreciates.
It's amazing how that lines up with the other side of the balance sheet, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
It matches up almost perfectly.
Again, it's for business purposes. Can't just do personal art and deduct it.
Mark Haye here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Tax day tips. We're talking about the Augusta rule, art deductions, and wanted to get to this clip as well. So, you remember that band called Boys to Men? This is what Charlie used to talk about. Charlie Kirk would always talk a lot about, especially because that was his audience, going to a lot of the college campuses, and he would debate PhDs, he would debate instructors, teachers. But I got a quick clip I wanted to play, and then we'll comment on it.
You do not spend a dime on video games or sports games or things for yourself until your wife does not have to worry about finances. You come last in the family when it comes to finances, period. That is your job. I hear all the time, like, well, it's really hard to meet ends meet. Like, let's go get a beer. I'm like, you have no reason actually to do that. Like, you are tasked with the provider. Oh, well, you want all the benefits of being called the head of the household, but none of the responsibility.
Yeah, so the men and that manly side of being, it's so much more than just protector. You've got to be the one that's going to work hard, do the extra hours, do whatever it takes so that your family has food on the table, the bills are paid, the power, electric, however you want to phrase that. But I love how Charlie would call out some of these young men that are pretending to be adults and say, look, man, you're still a child until you really grasp what it means to be a parent, to support other people.
Yeah, and there's 2 things that I'll talk about with that clip. One being, if you're the husband and the father, you have a wife at home and 2 small kids, and he mentioned playing video games, getting a beer or whatever. If you don't have basic life insurance and you're the sole breadwinner, I mean, I'm talking about term insurance.
Yeah.
And, 35, 40 years old with a small family, we're $40, $50 a month may give you $1 million of term insurance.
Right.
If you don't have that, I don't have much respect for you, because in my industry, I've been in it for 15 plus years. I have seen it where the husband dies with life insurance and the husband dies without life insurance.
Yes.
And it's such a drastic, sad situation when the mom, who was not working, all of a sudden has to bury their best friend and their husband, explain to the 2 kids what happened. They just lost their dad.
Yep.
So now you got to go through that emotional, it could take years to get through that.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's got to put her resume in at Walmart, at anywhere she can to find a job. Now those kids have to go to daycare, childcare. Family's got to step in and help raise those kids. And for $40, $50 a month, it could have been taken care of.
Yep.
You know, they're just the basic term insurance. I'm not talking about anything else other than term insurance. And it's just so frustrating that that doesn't happen. Meanwhile, we'll get the best cell phone, we'll get the best car, we'll get the best, we want to have video games, all this stuff. We don't have $40 to protect my family.
And have it delivered to the house.
Yeah.
Or they'll go to expensive restaurants, or just, even just, hey, go buy in bulk. Take it home, freeze what you don't eat that day, make some chicken, cut up the chicken breast. You'd have to figure out how to reinvent that whole family cycle, right?
Yeah, and we'll piggyback into our webinar or seminar we're going to do May 6th. Let's use what we just talked about. Charlie Kirk says, hey, if you're the man of the household, you're providing, you shouldn't. Yeah, I agree with him. And if you have a wife at home that's taking care of the kids, we're going to talk about making her a real estate professional then you can take advantage of purchasing investment real estate, having bonus depreciation. So if you go and make $150,000 or $200,000 a year as the man of the household, and you're paying $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year in taxes, we could help eliminate that and keep that, and your wife gets to stay home with the kids. And we're going to talk about this stuff on May 6th.
And that's what it means to be a man. That's what it means to be a head of the household and the provider, and being a godly man, leading with those types of biblical values is what I miss so much about Charlie Kirk. Quick break, right back. More with Mark Haye, 21st Century Consumer Quarterback Show, online at Brandon Rhymes 1 at CQB Show, and go to consumerqb.com, hit the link, and you'll be able to see some of our previous videos. Appreciate you supporting the show. Quick break, right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Are you a W-2 wage earner making $100,000 or more and feel like taxes are crushing you? What if you could legally reduce your W-2 income using real estate? With strategies like real estate professional status, short-term rentals, high earners are saving tens of thousands of dollars per year. Join us for our workshop and learn how to keep more of what you make. Wednesday, May 6th at Crown and Bull. Mark Haye and Brandon Rhymes will be hosting a financial advising workshop for W-2 earners making $100,000 or more. Wednesday, May 6th at Crown and Bull, Main Street, Dunedin. RSVP by calling or texting 813-917-1894. It's a free event. We're going to buy you appetizers, and your first drink will be provided by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. B Rhymes at KW.com, 813-917-1894. BRIMES at KW.com, 813-917-1894. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894. consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. brhymes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. brhymes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. All right, let me tell you about my friends at Bayview Paints Plus, top-tier window, solar panel, and gutter cleaning, Christian company with godly morals. Find them on Yelp, Facebook, and Instagram at Bayview Paints Plus, or call 813-917-1894. Window cleaning, solar panels, gutter cleaning at Bayview Paints Plus, 813-917-1894.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, hey, Brandon Rhymes in studio with Mark Haye, tax day tips from our expert contributor here, Mark. He's our financial advising expert. May 6th at 6 o'clock, save the date, Crown and Bull. Hope you're going to be there with us. We're going to show you how to save a lot of money in taxes, and we're benefiting Will's Way Foundation as well with donations. It's a free event. Come on out and join us. We hope to see you there. We got some new listings here, 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor. Beautiful property. This one's in Pinellas County. This is a boater-friendly community, access to the Gulf. It's a 322, 1414 square feet. Bring your boat, bring your jet skis. Remodeled home at 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor, Florida. Great opportunity right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And we also have Del Rio Way as well, one of my favorites, 2488 Del Rio Way, Dunedin, 321. This is a 1407 square feet, just under quarter-acre lot. Completely renovated, beautiful home, all the way down to the impact windows, beautiful kitchen, bathrooms, all redone. 2488 Del Rio Way, Dunedin, Florida. Beautiful property, fenced-in backyard, artificial turf. Great opportunity here in Tampa Bay. And you can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Search the MLS there as well. And check out consumerqb.com for all of our radio, TV show expert contributors. Consumerqb.com.
This is God's country.
All right, the 5 most broke states in these great United States.
These are the U.S. states that are completely broke. The state at number 1 is so broke, they can barely pay their bills. At number 5, it's Massachusetts. It owes over $68 billion, more than it actually has, and it keeps borrowing more every single year. And
number 5, Massachusetts. What do you think? I mean, you hear about all the liberal policies.
What's scary is, it's going to be up there around that area, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, whatever. But what's scary is the pensions.
Yeah.
The pension plan is what scares me for those poor people, because there's so much on the books and how much they owe these people. They don't have any money. They're so far in the negative. And unfortunately, us as federal taxpayers are going to have to bail these states out, and nothing changes.
Yeah. Let's get the top 10.
Number 4, it's Connecticut. Its debt is nearly 10% of its entire economy. One of the worst debt ratios of any state in America. At number 3, it's New Jersey. Its own pension funds are expected to run out of money by 2027.
You hit it right on the head. And then they just had this election where they could have went the other way with Chitterelli. I really like that guy. He seemed like such a great candidate. But there's too many of these woke-minded people up there that still continue to vote for these losing policies. It's unbelievable.
Completely empty. Gone. At number 2, it's New York. Over $203 billion in debt. The main reason, it spent so much on health care it can never catch up. Finally, at number 1, every single person living there owes over $14,000 just to cover their state's debt. It has the worst debt ratio in the entire country. It's Illinois.
Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, the worst state. Your final thoughts, Mark?
Like I said, what Jersey said, 2027. That's next year.
Yeah.
They're out of money. They don't have enough to do their pension plan.
Meanwhile, Florida's kicking butt.
Yeah, I mean, we have 0% state tax. So it's not a taxation problem. It's not a revenue problem like we keep talking about. It's a spending problem.
Spending
and
problem.
It needs to be fixed.
Man,
we'll bail them out.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to change. And they're going to rack it up again.
Yeah, Biden will, the next Biden will bail them out if there's ever one again. Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial, markhaye.com, consumerqb.com as well. You can see all of our experts there. David Vargas coming up next, Pinellas County Veterans Association, HeroFestFL.com. Quick break, right back.
This is Ward Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. We are going to be talking with David Vargas here, Pinellas County Veterans Association, talking about Hero Fest coming up. HeroFestFL.com downtown in Palm Harbor. Great event. Support the local veteran community here as well. Quick shout out to Heights Soft Wash, a longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Heights Soft Washing, pressure washing company here in Tampa Bay. HeightsSoftWash.com. Just let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers. All right, we got a listing here at Shell Point Road, 100 East Shell Point Road. Beautiful listing right here in Ruskin, Florida. This one's down in Hillsborough County. This is a unique commercial property. Great opportunity, owner motivated, 6,700 plus square feet, mixed use, half-acre lot, and you got a 2-story commercial/residential building. So you've got multiple income streams. The property has multiple rentals there. Main floor was recently renovated as well. 100 East Shell Point Road in Ruskin, one of our commercial listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, top 100 real estate team here in Tampa Bay, helping buyers, sellers, investors, and people looking to refinance as well. We've got a property at 443 Foxdale Road, Lake Placid. This one is in a gorgeous little community, Lake Placid, if you haven't heard of it, just along that US 27 corridor that kind of runs down the middle of the state here. 443 Foxdale Road, Lake Placid. It's a 222. You got 1,514 square feet, quarter-acre lot, open floor plan, natural lighting coming in, split floor plan. The kitchen is generously sized and features abundant cabinetry and storage space, stainless steel appliances. Great opportunity to buy real estate. It's a serene setting if you are into walking or jogging or work, maybe going on the lakes over there. There's lots of lakes, of course, in Lake Placid there. Access to boating and fishing. 443 Foxdale Road, Lake Placid, Florida. You can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Search the MLS there as well. And you can see all of our experts at consumerqb.com.
He's just made in America.
All right, Dave Vargas, welcome back in, sir.
Good to be here again, on the other side, I should say.
On the other side. That's right. Yeah, normally running our board and, producing the show and making things happen here. So good stuff, man. Pinellas County Veterans Association. I'm seeing a lot of the social media. People aren't following that. You got to get plugged into that. HeroFestFL.com. HeroFest coming up as well, right around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Hero Fest. It's the largest event throughout the entire Pinellas County that celebrates and honors the first responders and veterans.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, after the double hurricanes we had, normally our mission at the Pinellas County Veterans Association is supposed to be, well, it is, honoring and providing valuable information and resources to veterans and their families, and, of course, maintaining the reverence for the veterans who came before them.
Yeah.
But around the hurricanes, we were deciding what type of event to do around Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And I just asked around. It was just, has anybody in Pinellas County ever really done anything for the first responders? And the answers were no.
Wow.
So we just said, let's create it, and it turned out to be a massively huge event. So this year, you have to improve on it, right? The sequel has to be equal or better than.
Yeah.
And we did. So we're expecting
like
about 4,000 or 5,000 people at this one. Right now, we're at about 144 vendors, I think we have right now. We're looking at about 200, a little over 200. MVP team is going to be there, of course. We have you guys there. We have a double flyover that's happening, with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department and the U.S. Coast Guard.
Sweet.
Krabby Bill's. So the VIP experience, we have two VIP experiences that we have. Krabby Bill's is one of our corporate sponsors, and last year we had it at their upper deck, which is right downtown Palm Harbor on 11th and Nebraska.
Yeah, right on the corner there.
Right, and then now they actually have an empty lot in the back that's a secondary. It's a floor-level VIP experience. So those tickets are up for sale for, it's a little cheaper on the pre-sale side, but that's something where, one of the VIP experiences comes with the free appetizers, and then the other one comes with some free drinks. And all of them come with your private bathrooms, private bartenders. Of course, you're being hidden away from the hot sun that day. It's going to be super hot that day.
Yeah.
So it's going to have air misters, shade, everything else. Best seat in the house, of course, because you're looking from 20 feet up from the entire event. So
yeah,
it's going to be a good time for that one as well.
It's a great cause. It's a great event, and it's right here, local in Pinellas County, Palm Harbor, Florida. Krabby Bill's is the VIP tent location. There's multiple. Now, people want to come for multiple reasons. You can have your business represented there. If you have a small business, you might get a tent, have a booth there. We saw Great Bull Rescue, many local vendors. You have also some great entertainment coming as well, some musical acts.
Yeah, so we have two stages this time. So we're still only going to have 3 bands, but just alternating as far as how we have it working out there, back and forth, kind of like dueling stages.
Yeah, that's cool.
So 2 smaller bands at the beginning, but then Crossfire Creek is crowd favorite, of course. They're going to be the headliner, the closer, starting at 6:30 p.m. So the opening ceremony, the entire show goes from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. But we have the schedule of events is going to be online if you're looking at it now on the television version of this. So it starts at 2 o'clock. So between the 3 and 4 p.m. area, that's the opening ceremony. That's where we're going to have the presentation of the colors, which it hasn't happened before. So as far as having the sheriff's department, the fire department, and the military, we're going to have all 3 departments presenting the colors. National anthem, of course. Special guest speaker. I'm just going to introduce that person as a retired Army Green Beret, two-time Purple Heart recipient, but it's a state-level person that's going to be speaking to us there, of course.
Okay.
And then we're going to have some special recognitions, of course, and then we go right back into the music, the fun of it.
Yeah, I love that.
It's also a reminder to everybody that 100% of all proceeds, every dollar raised at Hero Fest, gets distributed directly back to the community and all services that directly support first responders and veterans.
And what's the date on that?
That's Saturday, May 2nd. Saturday, May 2nd. It's only in about a week and a half from now.
Yeah, right around the corner. Saturday, May 2nd, HeroFestFL.com. Go online, check it out, HeroFestFL.com. Downtown Palm Harbor, great opportunity to support local businesses, support the veteran community. The veterans in this great country, man, it just seems like, they're not getting the love that they once had. It just seems like in certain pockets. Now, certain pockets, you get a ton of it, right? But then others, it just seems like it's not quite there. I've had several members of my family support the military. Overwhelmingly, by the way, the South has more military across all branches. It's not even close either compared like North versus South. There's a lot more patriotism down South, it seems. And it's something like 60-something%. I don't remember if it's 68, 62. I mean, it's way up there. And then secondly, it's it's a lot of the community that backs the blue. It's a lot of that kind of mindset is, hey, let's back the blue. Let's back these people that are going to run into burning houses and save babies. These people that are putting it on the line and doing a lot of good in the community. And a lot of times there's unsung heroes, Dave.
It is. It's 100% true. So there's 2 reasons for that. One, let's get to the main point that you were talking about. A lot of people forget that it's just isn't Palm Harbor. We've actually talked to a couple of the other local fire departments, Safety Harbor, Clearwater, and they were under the impression it was just for Palm Harbor. It's actually all first responders throughout the entire county and anywhere else. So that's what the message really has been. And the one really big thing you learn from the military is you have to work with the people. It doesn't matter if you're red, blue, left wing, right wing, religious or political beliefs. You push all that stuff aside.
Right.
You focus on the mission, which is taking care of those people. When the crap hits the fan, they're at your door.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to just liking me all you like.
Yeah.
But just focus on the mission and then just take care of the ones that take care of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to also hit some current events, some pretty interesting stuff. So there was a video on social that came out where President Trump's golfing at Mar-a-Lago, and there was a super fan, a young girl jumping up, hey, President Trump. So he stops the golf cart, gets out, gives her a hug, takes a picture, whatever it is. And they have this weapon up there, man. Speaking of some crazy stuff, go ahead, we'll throw that up there, Todd. You got this weapon. Check out this thing. I mean, the bodyguard's standing there, right by the car, and Trump looks like maybe has a grandson in there. But this what is this weapon? It's so crazy looking. It looks like something off of like a sci-fi movie.
Shield drone gun MK4.
Yeah,
that's like just an electromagnetic. That's like a pulse rifle.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah,
so these drones, I mean,
handheld. Look at that thing.
Yeah, and these are a threat, right? I mean, that's the big threat now is these drones flying over your property, flying over, and then if it has even the smallest amount of some type of explosive or even a chemical drop or whatever it might, bio drop. But these drones, and if you shoot regular bullets at it, if you miss, it's going to hit somebody in the distance. I mean,
they
actually
have Humvee mounted guns like that.
Yeah,
just in a big array, a big dish.
Yeah,
and same thing. They already tested it out where they released, I believe, what was it, 100? I think that the test was they released 100 drones.
Yeah,
and they just pulled up the Humvee. They put up the 10-foot dish.
Yeah,
hit the button. They all dropped flat out of the sky.
Yeah, so it basically interrupts.
EMP.
It interrupts that frequency that's saying, "Hey, fly this way or go north, go south, whatever it is."
The sad part is it kind of makes you think though, because everything that the government has, at some point or another, you can look at it as a very negative side of it as well.
Could be used
because
against.
It's a truck-mounted EMP device, basically. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's a directed EMP device that's on wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
So man, if makes you think about what else is that.
It really does, and if you think back to just a short 5-6 years ago when we were locked down, and if you didn't wear the mask, you're the bad guy. We're not going to let you earn an income. We're going to fire you from your job if you don't take that thing in your arm. Now you're the bad guy, and then what happens if these weapons start getting turned on people? I only hope that the church stands up, the Catholic Church. There was a lot this week about the Pope, and coming out, and the church has to be the one that stands up against tyranny, and that's where the Nazi Germany went. That whole project went awry. Is the church didn't stand up against those types of tyrants? So interesting to see, because we've got the weapons now that are just exponential.
I can see it. Yes, I really can. I can really see it. He said, "Well, if you shoot bullets at it, if they miss, it's going to land somewhere." Well, oopsie, accidentally EMP goes somewhere else, and next thing you know, we have nothing. Our cars don't work.
Yeah,
just directed right to you.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just joined us, we're talking with David Vargas, Pinellas County Veterans Association, HeroFestFL.com, HeroFestFL.com, and we want to talk about Saturday, May 2nd is the event. A lot of people are going to be there supporting. It was a great event last year, too. How many people was it?
It was about 2,700 people. It's hard to tell. We had the drones up there with some AI, so we were able to try to figure it out. It was between 2,500 and 3,000, but it was a 12-hour event, or a 10-hour event. It was later in the year. It was a longer event.
Yeah,
sweltering hot.
Yeah.
So, but it was about 2,700 people. We guessed between 2,500 and 3,000.
Yeah.
But all the merchants downtown, they all had record-setting days. That was the important part.
Yeah.
Like some of the bigger ones out there, they all had record-setting days. It was great feedback again. So the Tri-County area came on through. So now it just grew from there. Of course, the sequel of any movie should be equal or better than the first.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we did. So this year we're going to have a ton of live media around there. So any of the businesses, any of the vendors that are going to be there, they're all going to be getting interviewed. They're all going to be out there. We have a whole entire film and crew media team out there, social media team. Everyone's going to be out there. Some national podcasters are flying in from Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Chicago. They're all coming in to host their stuff. There'll be a big step and repeat out there too. The news will be live.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be very well covered.
Be a great time. So here, Grady Judd, everybody's favorite sheriff, was just on a podcast over here in Polk County, or he's from Polk County. But he had a really hot take on something here. It was, they asked him, who's moving into Florida, who's moving into Polk County. They've seen 135,000 people in the last 5 years move to Polk County. But I always like listening. Polk County in that area. Yeah.
Well, what I've found is the people that are moving to Florida from these liberal states, percentage-wise, are conservative. They're running from that craziness. They are running from it, and we welcome them with open arms. But when I go through my retirement communities and my new communities, we've added 135,000 new people in our county.
That's a lot, man. Polk County, one of the biggest growth. Yeah, it's I think it's like 14% of their population growth in 5 years.
And yet Pinellas County had the
second largest in the nation
of people leaving.
Yeah,
They just drove east.
Well, probably some of them. Yeah, going for higher land. Let's get me away from the coast.
More bang for their buck.
And a lot of people were tied up with FEMA issues, and permitting issues, and costs. Let's not ignore that fact that the cost of living in Pinellas is probably higher than other areas.
Absolutely.
And I see that too. You see people moving Pasco, Citrus, Hernando, right on up to Lake City, up
right.
north. So you see that, but his point was too, because that's the big question we have is when people are moving to our great state of Florida that has shifted heavily red over the last several years for the main purpose of keeping taxes low. Right. Let's treat criminals like criminals, and let's treat the heroes and the cops like the heroes that they are, and not just the weather and sports and things of that nature. So what he's saying is that more of the people moving down, when he talks to them, it's like, hey, we're conservative. We were getting out of Massachusetts. What was our top 5 list we just did? The top 5 most broke states: Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, and Illinois.
All New England, all Northeast, I should say.
Yeah.
North and Northeast, absolutely.
That's right. All right, quick break, right back. More with Dave Vargas. David Vargas here, Pinellas County Veterans Association. Saturday, May 2nd, you got Hero Fest right there in downtown Palm Harbor, Florida. Quick break, right back. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rhymes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com, TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net. For all of your surveying needs, land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com. That's ConsumerQB, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Coming up here, we got more with Dave Vargas on the Consumer Quarterback Show, always helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, investing, or refinancing. Save the date, by the way, May 6th, 6 o'clock. We're going to be at Crown and Bull for our investor seminar with Mark Haye. All right, a couple of hot listings here. 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. Waterfront property on a corner lot. So you've got 170-something feet of water frontage here, I think it was. 135 feet of river frontage on the Alafaya River. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,500 square feet. Quarter-acre lot and just 23 minutes to downtown Tampa. 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. You got a nice lanai there overlooking the water. Your own private deck with your boat dock and a covered boat dock there as well. Great opportunity. 9901 Bay Drive, Gibsonton, Florida. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. Vacant lot. Build your dream home on this vacant lot. 0.37 acres. Gulf front double lot with 176 feet a brand new concrete seawall. Boat ramp was recently redone as well. So brand new seawall and boat ramp, corner lot, end of the street, and you are literally on the Gulf of America. You've got no neighbor on that side. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. You can see all of our listings online and search the MLS at platinummvpteam.kw.com. You can see all of our radio, TV show experts at consumerqb.com. All right, Dave Vargas in studio with us, Pinellas County Veterans Association. What else are you seeing out there, man? What else is going on?
Well, we're still getting all the veterans. We're getting their ratings built out.
Okay.
Just last week we had another gentleman got him to 100% disability.
Wow.
$27,000 in back pay.
Wow.
There's another 78-year-old guy. Got him almost $500,000. He doesn't even know what to do with it.
Wow,
almost
that's great.
$500,000 of back pay.
Wow.
That's due to him.
So a lot of times they don't really understand or know how to or have the wherewithal to file to get these benefits.
Well, the problem is when they file for benefits, it's simple, but it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these guys, that's what happened to me years ago. I started initially file.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Just put the initial claim in there, like saying my intent to file.
Yep.
You put intent to file, then you don't have to file at all, but you get backdated as soon as you put that, they put a bookmark.
Got it.
So you can your intent to file, and you don't have to try to file a disability. It could be years.
Yeah.
It's bookmarked from that day.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys, as soon as they try one thing or they misunderstand, you get frustrated, you just leave it alone.
Exactly.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
It took me 13 years for me to actually start filing for my own stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I can see that happening. You get frustrated. You get in that position, and maybe you don't have a significant other or somebody in the family that can help you. I know that's a challenge for a lot of people. Sometimes it's a technology issue. Sometimes people they don't have the abilities to finish the paperwork.
And it's a lot of times it's just one word. That's all. Because there's a chapter CFR 30, chapter 30 CFR chapter 38. It's an entire list that they have that if you include this word, if you include the word vertigo, all of a sudden if you don't have the word vertigo in there, you're not going to get 100% when it comes to your tinnitus.
Yeah.
You'll get maybe 80 or 90, but you have to have certain verbiage in there for it to work correctly.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, so we get that up a lot, of course. And going back to what we were saying as far as maintaining the reverence, we are creating another Purple Heart Park in the state of Florida. So Florida was, for those that don't know, was the second state in the entire country to actually have a Purple Heart town.
Nice.
And Dunedin, Florida was the very first one about 21 years ago. And
wow.
within that past 21 years, there's been 83 towns that are congressionally recognized as a Purple Heart Park in the state of Florida.
That's pretty cool.
We went ahead and started petitioning for it because we have Dunedin, we have Oldsmar, and August 7th is Purple Heart Day. We're just wondering why we never have a ceremony down in Palm Harbor.
Yeah. So
we just inquired about it, and we got it. We have a 2,000-pound monument that's sitting at Curlew Hills Memory Gardens that was donated by them. It's sitting there waiting to be installed.
Nice.
We're just now waiting for the permits to break ground, and we're raising money from that, selling the bricks. Each Purple Heart recipient gets a free brick with their name on it. It's going to be right down in historic Palm Harbor downtown.
Yeah.
With the Harbor Hall, little white chapel parking lot over there.
Okay.
It's going to be right on that plot. So basically, if you've been to Dunedin, Florida, you've seen their memorial. It's basically the same size, slightly smaller, a little shifted left and right.
Yep.
But that will make Palm Harbor the 84th town in the state of Florida to be congressionally recognized as a Purple Heart Park.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
It should be within this year. As soon as we can break ground, we'll let everyone know.
Yeah, Florida's a patriotic state. Tampa Bay's a patriotic geographical area, and consider that or imagine that hung up in permitting, huh?
Absolutely, hung up in permitting, just waiting.
Yeah,
7 different departments just has to be go through and all say yes, and then board meetings. It's on a historic property, so we have to deal with the historical society as well.
Extra layers.
Yeah, so we just tell everyone go to pcvets.org. PCVets, like Pinellas County, PCVets.org.
Okay.
Go check over there, do some donations if you want to help out or get a brick for somebody that to have their name inscribed in history for Palm Harbor. Now, the town of Palm Harbor is now 100 years old, so yeah, it's literally creating history at this point.
That's awesome. That sounds good. HeroFestFL.com as well. Dave Vargas, Pinellas County Veterans Association, and producer on this show. So keep up the good work out there, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Everybody go out and hang out on the 2nd, May 2nd, Saturday, May 2nd. Come on down to Palm Harbor, HeroFestFL.com. And Consumer Quarterback Show, always thanking you for supporting the show, all of our local business partners, expert contributors. Supporting the local economy really means the world to us. We had Mark Haye on the front end, David Vargas. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rhymes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.